Hello and welcome to another episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. Today we are playing Gusto. Why? Well, I don't know. They're bad, but somehow I didn't manage to find any other deck to play, so here we are. Now Gusto is an archetype of winged beasts and psychic monsters that miss timing, but they do have some powerful spells and traps. They have incredible removal with their spells, and they have a trap that can special summon a monster from the deck and a Call of the Haunted. So that's kinda good. Your primary win condition is deck out. There is almost no way you can deck out yourself, so you might as well deck your opponent out. For the skill I'm using, it's Rosen's Wind, because almost all of your monsters do the same thing, so you use the skill to get any of them to start stalling again. Now for the monsters, it's 1 Windrose, 3 Pilica. Now almost all of their main deck monsters float, so the next monsters we are playing only do that, and they are 3 Eagle, 3 Galdo, 3 Winda, and 3 Kamui. For the spells it's 3 Quill Pen of the Galdos, 3 Contract with the Gustos, and for the traps there are Jar of Avarice, 2 Blessings for Gusto, and 2 Whirlwind of Gusto. Now for the extract, we are only playing wind monsters because Pilica locks us into winds. We are playing 1 Stardust Dragon, 1 Mistworm, 1 High Speedroid Kendama, 1 Daigusto Eagles, 1 Daigusto Galdos, 1 Cloud Castle for stalling, and 1 Daigusto Falcus for synchro climbing. Now let's check out the replays. So the first replay I've got is against Ancient Gears. And we are going first. That's exactly what we want. You almost always need to draw one of the floaters. So we have drawn 2 and that's great. So we're just going to set a few cards and pass. He activates Ancient Gear Castle and just passes. That's great. We'll just set another card and keep on passing. He sets a card and passes himself. I draw and I think it's time to start being aggressive. I flip Summon Kamui to special summon Galdo, and we're going to Synchro Summon. We're going to Synchro Summon into Daigusto Galdos and attempt to attack directly. But he activates Windstorm of Attack, switching our monsters to defense position. And so I pass. He sets a card and passes himself. Well, I try to attack directly and I set another monster. We do attack directly and pass. He tributes Ancient Gear Castle to tribute summon Ancient Gear Golem, activates another Ancient Gear Castle and attacks. Ancient Golem's effect activates to disable our back row, but that's okay. We take a bit of damage, but that's fine. We flip summon 2 monsters, summon another Daigusto Galdos. At this time I played 2, but nah, 2 is too much. It's better to have options. And I shuffle 2 of them back to the deck and try to pop Ancient Gear Golem, but he chains Pulse Mine, so I cannot OTK him. I normal summon Pilica to summon Galdos and Synchro Summon into Stardust just in case he has some removal on his turn. He tributes Ancient Gear Castle once more to summon Ancient Gear Reactor Dragon, and that's bad. Reactor Dragon destroys Pilica and destroys my back row. I cannot negate his effect because Ancient Gear Reactor Dragon disables monster effects while he attacks. But I drew perfectly. Quill of Pangustos, Galdos, Quill Pen of Galdos, yeah, that. And I return his monster back to the hand, so I'm just going to OTK him. So I Synchro Summon High Speedroid Kendama and attack for game. The next replay I've got, it's against Fire King Duel. We are going second, but it's okay. We drew really good again. Every single hand with a floater is great. He activates Fire King Island, destroying Duel and searching Yaksha. Duel's effect activates to special summon Terror Incarnate from the deck, and he passes. My turn. I just set a trap and a monster and pass. Use Fire King Island to destroy the Duel and add another Yaksha. Duel's effect activates to summon Duel Ultimate Nightmare, and he summons Yaksha just to deal some damage, I think. Uses Duel's effect to destroy my monster and burn me for 500. Activate Gust to Galdo's effect to special summon Eagle from the deck, and he passes. I set Jar of Avarice and the monster. He uses Rebirth of Nephthys. Wow, that's hard to say. Tributes 2 Yakshas to summon Cerulean Sacred Phoenix of Nephthys and just attacks. I refuse to activate the effect of Galdo because I need to lower my monster count for the Whirlwind of Gusto next turn. I activate Cool Pen of Gusto to shuffle 2 monsters back in my deck to bounce his ritual monster. I normal summon Winda. I synchro summon the Ghost of Galdos and just shuffle 2 monsters back into the deck to pop his Duel. Attack for 2200 damage. He uses Destiny Draw, draws a card, uses Sparking Island to destroy Duel and adds another action. Uses Duel's effect to summon the Terror Incarnate from the graveyard and passes. But that's okay. We pass as well. And we're just gonna keep passing. He pretty much can do anything if I don't have any monsters. But since once more and passes. But I set the Gusto Galdo because he floats when destroyed by Duel. I summon Winda, and he destroys the Sacred Phoenix of Nephthys. That's bad. I shuffle the 2 monsters and destroy his Fire King Island. Fire King Island destroys Duel Terror Incarnate and summons Duel Ultimate Nightmare. I had to do that because I don't want him shuffling Sacred Phoenix of Nephthys. Shuffling him, I mean going him from the field, destroying him on the field, and sending him to the graveyard. He attacks with Duel Ultimate Nightmare, destroying my monster and burning it for a bit, and he attacks Winda with the Sacred Phoenix of Nephthys. But the game's pretty much over. We draw a great card. We synchro summon to the Ghost of Galdos. We special summon Windrose just to do some damage. We shuffle 2 wind monsters to destroy the Ultimate Nightmare. We attack for 400 and attempt to attack directly for game. But he has Kytroid, of course. He draws, he sets a monster, ends his turn. I set a card. I normal summon the Eagle. And I synchro summon to Cloud Castle because I noticed that he only has 3 cards left in deck and that I can try to deck him out. And Cloud Castle is great for stalling. So I just pass. And I think he notices that and like surrenders. The third replay I have is against Lunalites. They don't have any monster removal in the card effect form. They mostly have it by battle, and that's probably the weakness of that deck. So I'm going to show you a replay that exploits that weakness. You might want to watch this bit in 2x speed. I'm going to fast forward it because damn, this duel took a long time. But I wanted to show you a duel that I won through deck out. So I will not be commentating through most of it. yeah, so like I'm just setting monster space down and passing, trying to pop his back row in case he has Karma Cut. Of course I miss it. The other set card was Karma Cut. And he banishes my eagle, but that's okay, we played 3 of all the floaters. Just, yeah, we have 3 Pelican hand. And we just keep on floating. But I attempt to do something here. I special summon eagle to synchro summon Kendama. Then I special summon Windrose to destroy his back row because I saw him use Karma Cut, and then I attack with Windrose his Moonlight Cat Dancer, so just in case he doesn't burn me to death. But I didn't read his Cat Dancer because it cannot be destroyed by battle, so whoops, but that's okay. We plan on decking him out anyway. I don't care about the damage I take. Now I didn't activate the effect of Galdo because I wanted to shuffle my monsters back into the deck. And I do just that. Cat Dancer burns me again. That's okay. The loop is you go into Winda, then you go into Galdo, then you go into Eagle, and then Eagle summons Winda again. You don't even have to play calmly, but it's nice to just use him as a secondary Winda of sorts, because he also summons Galdo from the deck to start your loop. I just do this to shuffle a few of my monsters and finally destroy the Cat Dancer, but he protects it. Because I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh player, I cannot read cards. I shuffle some more monsters so I finally destroy it, and I set another eagle. Use Cosmic Cyclone to attempt to banish my Blessings of Gusto, but I chain it in response to special summon a Gusto from my graveyard. Let's fast forward a bit, the duel is almost over. He uses Moonlight Fusion, so he has more damage on board, but I don't care. And yeah, just keep on floating until he decks out. And yeah, that's it. He surrenders when he notices that he has no cards left in deck. Now for my final thoughts about the deck. The deck is kinda bad, I don't know why I'm playing this. The reason I didn't show you any games versus meta is because every time I dueled against Blue Eyes, I lost, because Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon negates graveyard effects, and as you noticed, all of the floaters effects activate in the graveyard. So basically, yeah, that's that. There are a lot of better decks you can play, but I kinda wanted to show you a great deck, and yeah, I think I kinda succeeded, but that's up to you to decide. So that's that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. That will help me a lot. I'm trying my hardest here. But most importantly, have a nice day.